Welcome to another episode of the Jukebox Podcast, where music is king. It's your boy Lil Ty.
And it's your boy Seven.
And we back in the treehouse for this is going to be one of them ones. It's
been a great fourth quarter. It's a great start.
How long have we been waiting to record this though? It's been like 4 or 5. Usually we won't be anticipating to record a podcast.
5-6 days.
Yeah, we've been
ever
talking
since
about
BET Award. Hip Hop Awards.
Everything, the Hip Hop Awards. We've been like, yo, we can't wait to pod. And then even throughout the week, there's been more, music that's been dropping. It's been just good quality music, though. So I know your rap rotation is filled with some heavy hitters. Who you got this week?
This week, I got that Leaf Ward out of Philly, Richard Ace. Man.
Fucking mob.
He said, niggas think I'm rich, whole time I'm Ace, fresh out the cleaners. I heard that line. That made me go watch Paid in Full that day.
What you said when you turned the album on, the first 2 lines, you said what you had to do.
Oh, I had to play that back.
What he say? Niggas, who he said? He said first niggas started felon, then they turned into
the
felons. I said,
oh my.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And you told me about that one, so I was like,
that's because that's how he start the album.
So
then he go into what was it?
Richard Ace.
Yeah.
And man, that's what I told you. At first I was like, is he talking about Ace or Spade? Because the hook is not at the beginning, it's in the middle of the song. So he said, niggas think I'm rich, whole time I'm Ace, fresh out the cleaners. Man, I had to go watch Paid in Full after that, because that really resonated with me. I'm just Ace in the cleaners looking at the money falling out the sky. That's me, man. You know what I mean?
That's where you at in your life right now.
Yeah, live and maintain, you know. But, so that was my first jam. And my second one is Kanye West, Through the Wire. And I'm entering my Kanye era, bro. My new
I don't know if it's safe to be saying
it is safe.
Kanye right now.
Yes.
With all that's going on.
Yes.
And I was trying to stay away from Kanye, and he just throws him in his rap rotation during the most controversial week.
Yes.
It's just
Yes. I'm lucky I don't got my Yeezy slides on today. But
you seen what Boosie's son did to them things? Burnt them bitches.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he burnt them bitches.
Yeah, if you want to send me Yeezy slides, send them. Them comfortable. I fuck with them Yeezy slides. But, my new full name, I would like to be referred to now as 7 West. And, ever since our endeavor, I've been diving into the career and discography of Kanye. And that's something I like to just keep between us. I don't want to share what that specific endeavor is to the world yet. Y'all will find out in due time. But it made me look into Kanye. And bro, we could have this conversation or off camera, but he be tripping, but he got a point. There's a message in everything, and people like to disregard the message just because they don't like the messenger. But yeah, Through the Wire was in my rap rotation, and it's
what else is in your rap rotation?
What else? Yeah. That G Herbo.
Outside looking at, huh?
Yeah, and it was hard to pick one specific song because the whole album's crazy, and we're gonna get into that.
No, I was mad you took Outside Looking In. I was mad because he put his in first. He beat me too. I said, I'm mad he took that joint. Outside Looking In, one of the ones.
Bro, from start to finish, I felt that.
It's like a third person telling the story type song. It's really, it's a nice piece of work from G Herbo.
And then the last bar, he was like, step back, take a look and see that nigga was me. I was like, yeah. So, what about your rap rotation?
So mine was filled with a lot of G Herbo, but before I get to G Herbo, I want to shout out my man Rich Homie Quan. He just dropped the album recently called Family and Mula, and it's a very good album. Top to bottom, I really like the album. It's nice, short. It gets to the point. You get what I'm saying? Only 8 songs. Only 8 songs on there. Songs is what? The longest song on there is 4 minutes, and that's with no cap. That's a Bigger Jeans. That's a really good song, and they play on Bigger Jeans and say Bigger Dreams and shit. You know how No Cap do that play on words type shit. That's a really dope record for sure. But that's a dope project. So it was hard choosing one record from this project. I was listening to it, and the Family and Mula record resonated with me the most. Just because that's just the mood I'm in. That's the mindset I got right now. Those are the 2 things that I care about the most is my family and money right now. Family and not money in just the sense of, but progressing to the point to where I achieved that ultimate goal that I want to achieve. Yeah. So Family Moolah, that is on my rap rotation.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
That's a dope project. I also got 4 Minutes of Hell Part 6 by Lil Herb. And y'all see I said Lil Herb, and it's going to pop up and it's going to say Lil Herb, not G Herbo, because that was Lil Herb on that. He was, from start to finish, he came on the joint just talking crazy. He said, "Thou should not kill." He said, "Kobe never killed. They hit him with a full clip." I'm like, wait, hold on. This is how you feeling right now? So it's like, this reminded me of, all the other 4 Minutes of Hell. Like I said, this ain't 4 Minutes of Hell, yo. This is just bars right here. Yeah. You remember that record, Just Bars, where he just going crazy? He just like snapping.
Cause bro, that's one of them ones.
He said, "I lost friends, that's how it go. I lost M's, that's how it go. Pray to God we reach our goals. Wake up seeing, that's how it go." Like, come on. I lost friends. Just
lost M's for real.
Man, what? Lost M's for real. And I'm praying to God every day that we reach our goals. Like, I wake up every day like, damn, I make sure, like, I hope this shit's worth it. You get what I'm saying? Like, all this shit we doing, I hope this shit pays off. So, that was one of the records that I really, really loved. Then I also got Real Rap by Lil Herb again, because that was Lil Herb rapping, not G Herbo. He got in his boom back bag and he went crazy. He got on there talking, and then my favorite bar was the bar where he's talking about, I watched Disney on the TV too with my little ones. I was like, yeah, I was literally just watching as my man. I was just watching Disney with my little one. I got 2 little ones for real.
My favorite bars from her.
Go ahead.
On that Real Rap, when he was like, vampire like Blade, but got a different thirst. And my Benny, he was like, the FBI tried to make me a suspect just off of lyrics. I said, oh man, these dudes are snapping. Man, you tweeted it. He said, "I'm odds with a nigga I love, so we can't speak. That's my nigga, but I'm on with a young cause I ain't sweet." I was like, oh, hold on. These niggas is rapping right now. That's really how it be.
Gee, that's really how it be. Like, yo, you my mans, but I'm on what you on. Like, so, Real Rap, that's exactly
real rap.
That's real rap. Like, everything they sound is real rap in there. And then I got a bonus record because I love the I said, that was a nice little aesthetic.
We was talking about
like how he was going to do that. We wasn't talking shit. We was just making sure we
was confused because we knew Essex was fresh a newborn, essentially. So I was like, is he even speaking yet? But the crying that. He said, it's okay, man. It's okay.
It's okay. Then he started drawing. He said, I got my gun on my lap. Still, I changed my life. I got my son on my lap. Been on a run. I can't nap. I had a run before rap. I said, hold on.
Yo, that survivor's remorse is really that one. And I can't wait until we really dive into that album because.
And then we got, but guess what? Guess what dropped tonight? B. And I didn't really get to digest all of A yet.
Oh, I
did, but not like how I really want to. Like, I don't know all the songs yet. I like to know all the words. I don't know all the words yet.
My brain move fast.
Top to bottom? You know the top to bottom? I skip songs. I know 4 Minutes of Hell probably by now because I listened to it so much. But, like, I didn't like but my shit was fucked up. So I got a question for you. I got the explicit version of the John, right? But track 2, Flashbacks with Jeremiah, it only got the clean version. Or at least mine, it plays clean. Why? Is that yours?
It's only the clean version. and
I like the song, but I
think
can't
it's
get
like
past
that
that.
because one of the sample, and did you hear the sample in there?
No, I wasn't. I ain't listened enough. I only listened to it one time.
The sample's crazy.
Enlighten the people.
The sample is Kanye West, Flashing Lights.
Oh, that's why it's called Flash. Oh, I gotta go back and listen.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and I gotta get past the clean. It's just the
yeah, bro. Get past the clean. I feel like because of the sample and like they're all of the artists, G Herbo, Jeremiah, and Kanye are from Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like the rest of the album where he's talking his shit, and it's more of a commercial song. So I feel like that's why it's clean.
Okay. Well, since we already here, let's chop up this Survivor's Remorse. Since we already here,
I want to talk about how my first listen, how I experienced it, and I did something. It was my first time doing this. I hopped in a ride, midnight, 1 a.m. type time.
That's why you texted me at like, what time you texted me? Like 2 a.m. or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Because that was my first listen.
I was asleep.
I know. That was my first listen. I'm riding through the city, bro. I got the music up high, just vibing. Like, off the first jam with Yoshan. He snapped on that fuck with me.
Oh, yeah, that fuck with me crazy.
And then, bro, when I was looking at flashbacks rather. I saw the city, and then that's when the first hook came. I was like, that sounds familiar. Then the second hook came. I was like, oh, like it came to me. So then I enjoyed that. Then, bro, by the time 4 Minutes Hell Part 6 came on, I was on North then. I was down.
So you was in the right environment.
Yes, bro. And then it's so many quotables on this album.
Yeah,
like not
that's
just
what I like.
The song.
I got too many captions.
Like too many. At the beginning, he was like, he said, I'm a product of it. I really just want y'all niggas to overcome this shit like I did.
Real shit.
Like that's real. And I think at the end of that jam too, he was like, he got love for the game, can't play, but he's around it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's a whole caption. That's like the summary of my life, if you want to put it in a sentence. And outside looking in as well, like I was like, yeah, he didn't miss. Like it's like,
I know it's early, but remember maybe an episode or two ago, we was talking about this album and how I was saying 25 was his best album to date, and that and that he had it figured out with 25, and where he's about to show us that he had it figured out. Do you think he showed us?
Yes, you didn't lie.
He hit it
so the people could go back and watch you say that and go listen to this album, and this is a great album.
And we only got the first part of it.
Yes, right. So I can't wait for part B to drop and hear that jam with Meek.
Yeah. And so what I like about the album is he catered, and I feel like he covered a lot of bases with the project. Because he has radio records like the Jeremiah Jam, the Flashbacks Jam, which I think is a radio record.
Yeah.
And that's a really good jam. And the blues record as well with Future is a radio club
blues
banger.
Is hard.
Yeah, well, that's a radio
Future
and club.
did his thing on that, yeah.
I like that record. And then you got a record like Shorty with Gunna, and it's more outside of that drill sound.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel like that's something more for the ladies gravitates to.
Yeah. So I think he covered all the bases from top to bottom with this album. He, like you said, he come in with the intro, fuck with me, crazy. Then and I like his outro. I like how I like the placements of the song, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the outside looking in at 11, and then he goes into the Survivor's outro was the perfect, because it's like, it was
just
putting a bow on or closing a chapter on, old Lil Herb, and, it was a quick summary of like him and what he's been through up to date. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And him him coming up in Chicago. after that was
After
just
that's
him on his
crazy.
drill shit.
Mhm.
Like he just talking this shit, popping this shit, and that was like that was the little Herb I loved. I think everybody grew to love. Like we said, talked about Shade Room. Shade Room is a dope record, and it's real. And
16 lines, 16, bro. I still need to go back and catch what he really said.
Now there is one record on here that I'm like on, and it's the A with Offset. How you feel about that?
I like A.
You like it?
Yeah. I feel like.
How you like? What you think about it? What type of record is it? Where we hear it at?
Jump. I was amped up when that joint came on, and that jump like.
Really?
Yeah. When I was doing burpees, so it kind of just went with my whole rhythm. But I like damn, I put it all the way back there and I dropped it. I like I like the record and I like Offset's contribution to it. It wasn't a bad verse, so it's probably like I understand where you're coming from. It is always like my least favorite, but it's not a bad record.
Nah, not a bad record. Not a bad record. I would agree with you there. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you rating this?
11.
11?
Yeah.
And it's only 36 minutes, 12 songs. You think you okay with the length of it?
Yeah, because it seemed like the way that he went in depth in the songs, it's like
It didn't feel that short. I'm surprised that I'm looking now.
He gave me vibes. Like, it's really like a whole vibe, bro. Like, I know he's more of like a street artist, so not everybody's going to really gravitate towards this album and kind of understand. But if you could really listen to the music and not skim through it, he's talking about something.
He's talking about something that I feel like a lot of people can relate to and find little things to relate to. Like the little Disney bars and shit like that. You know.
And sonically, it just sounds amazing.
We just going to throw this out. Alright, man, where we picking up at?
Was you able to check out the Hip Hop Awards?
Oh yeah, you know I did, man. What's some of your favorite moments from this year's awards?
Man, ESTG's performance. I love Joey Badass' performance. He killed it, and I love his message behind the performance. What else I was happy? I was happy to see. I'm mad because I forget the group's name, but they got the song Hip Hop. None bigger than hip hop. Yeah. He was like one thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. That verse.
When they started doing all the legacy acts and all that. Yes, I can't think of the name right now because there were so many of them.
It was so many of them. Oh, and I was happy to see.
And I did like that part.
Yeah, I like that song. I really need to go listen to that song. I know the verse, but I don't know the song or the group. But I was also surprised the beginning, the first performer, and he brought out Noriega because he sampled.
Oh yeah,
that was hard.
That was hard. It caught me off guard. So I was surprised by that. That was a nice moment. So my favorite moment, there was a lot of moments. So one of my favorite moments was with anything with Drink Champs and how they was incorporating the Drink Champs thing and Noriega.
It was like happy hour.
Yeah,
that was hard. Yeah.
I like that. One of my favorite speeches is Nori's speech.
He said, I don't know if I know how to read. What?
He said, I don't know if I want, but I'm here. And hey, I mean, he's right. He's here. He's winning. Shout out to Nori. And that was like, I was happy for him, but I was also a little shocked in that moment because I was like, if it was going to be a tie, it should have been $1 million worth of game in Drink Champs. And the fact that it was Carisha Please and Drink Champs and they're both on Revolt.
And Diddy going to say he didn't pay for that. Come on now.
Come on, OG. Come on, OG. We know you was a sponsor, donate or something.
You
did something.
Because both your shows, Ty and Carisha Please, got 5 episodes.
5 of them things.
I mean, I like it and all, but It just came out this year.
Man, he's saying he liked it and all, but he watched one episode.
I watched two.
Which one? The Diddy one and the Kevin Gates one?
No, the Diddy one and Megan Thee Stallion.
Freak boy. I watched the Diddy one and I watched the Kevin and Gates one, but I watched them for the for Kevin Gates and and for the Diddy clips were funny.
I watched a little bit of JT one too.
Okay. All I'm saying is for it to be dropped like 2, 3, 4 months ago, many months ago.
How do it win?
Yeah,
Platform of the year.
Platform of the year. When we got $1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game.
What up, grinding for years?
You know, that's hard.
They've been grinding for years. I feel like they should have been, if anything, that should have been the tie. They did get it right with Drink Champs. I'm not mad with that because Drink Champs is, of course, one of the biggest, if not the biggest hip hop platform there is. But also there was my favorite moment was Kodak Black. I enjoyed that.
I did
a lot. If I'm not sure, when you watched it, when did they announce Rap Song of the Year? Was that after his performance or before? Or they did not?
They did.
Because I don't remember seeing it.
They didn't announce any of the awards, except
they announced a few. Okay.
They accept Glorilla. They announced Glorilla.
Glorillaz. I remember that. Yeah. So all right, that's what I was saying because I was seeing them talking. I'm like, yo, I don't remember them announcing this because I would have been outraged in that moment. And I watched it live, and I know I was a little tired. I'm like, I don't remember dozing off, nothing, bro.
The show was all
performance. Yeah, that's what I thought. All performance, little sad things and little jokes. And another moment, the rap battle.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how it was short too. It was condensed for the awards. So I liked it. I really wasn't that invested to really care who won, or I don't know what. I know dude won, but I don't really know if he won for real. In my eyes, I wasn't really that invested.
Yeah,
but
I like that part of it. I like how they incorporated almost a little bit of everything that was hip hop into the hip hop awards, from the OGs to the new acts, and I like how there was a lot of new acts, and they finally got it right, but I feel like they did miss it on. But we'll get to that, of course.
You know what my theory is?
But
they didn't announce all the.
Oh yeah, go
ahead. The nominees and the winners, none of them people was in attendance. So I'm just looking at all the winners. It's 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, all the people that wasn't there. So
yeah.
We got performances, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I was happy with the performance. Yeah. I'm not complaining. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything with that, with the awards and the announcements of the awards. But Kodak Black, that was nice to see. I was just wondering because when he came on. The first thing he said was, well, not the first thing, because he performed one song. He did the PNB Rock thing. Yeah. His tribute to PNB Rock. Yeah. Then he performed, what did he perform? Walk. Yeah, he got into Walk. And then before he performed Super Gremlin,
he said Song of the Year.
This is the biggest record, or the biggest song of the year, biggest record of the year. And I was just wondering if the announcement, and that's why he said that, and that's why it's edited, because he ain't look like he was that invested into it. Yeah. It looked like he was a little salty about something. And I said that in the moment, even before and we'll get to what he said on social media, but in the moment I was looking at him, you could just tell he wasn't his usual when he was doing the Walk song, and Kodak bops and dance and it's fun. It was a little, he's a little more laid back with it. And then when he came to the Super Gremlin song, he was still laid back, but he could tell he had a point to prove with, this is the
song of the year.
This is one of the ones right here. And one of our men said in the gym, he was like, I ain't gonna be at the BET Awards performing, and I'm nominated for an award, and I don't win that award.
That's what he said. Kodak said he left after the performance.
He did. Yeah. He should have. I'm surprised, and I give it to him. And I definitely tip my hat to him for even staying and performing and actually going through seeing through, even though you didn't win.
And then before
And Lotto there?
no, I'm gonna get to that, but before I saw Kodak said that he left, I was watching it. I was confused on why Kodak wasn't with King Combs when he performed.
Oh yeah, because he left. That's why they was just playing him. And I was confused as well about that. Now that you say that, that makes sense to me. I was wondering. I just thought at first he just wanted him to have his shine or it was his moment. But it would have made a lot more sense for Kodak to be, if he's already in the building, to be out there, because he had a big. He was the whole. He was the whole. You know, he's throughout the song. That joint hard. He got my
can't stop, won't stop, bad boy.
One of my favorite part. I wanted to see Kodak do a bop and do his can't stop, won't stop.
That song was hard.
That shit was hard.
But that's my beef with BET, and I guess we about to get into it because.
Let's get into it now.
All right, so I feel like everybody agrees that for Song of the Year, no one would have been mad if it would have been FNF by Glorilla or Super Gremlin by Kodak. And what's evident is that if you look at the awards show, who performed? Glorilla and Kodak. And that was nominated for Song of the Year. The crowd got hyped. The crowd was live, and they knew the
not
word.
to cut you out, keep remember where you at. But when Super Gremlin came on, everybody was. You switched, like, even though he wasn't that much into it, like Glorilla, she was turning it at the dancers everywhere, so she's turning it up like it was the club. He was real, like, stiff and, not
but
really into it.
But the crowd was into it.
Man, you switched like a pussy look. Man, that came on, the crowd was into it. You're right.
So, I feel like BET, if y'all think Lotto had Song of the Year, why didn't y'all have Lotto perform Song of the Year?
Why wasn't she there?
It don't make sense, because y'all robbed two great songs, because those songs were anthems.
That's what Kodak said, though. He said I'd have been okay with FNF one, and at least that was an anthem.
Yeah.
He like, so I'm with you on that. And I'm also no. I don't give BET no points. All right, you want to understand why?
Why?
Because if you ever notice, peep why Glorilla. Yes, Glorilla's new and she's a new artist, but she has a machine behind her.
Yeah.
A machine. Like Yo Gotti is a machine like no other. ESTG was able to perform because he has a machine behind him. There's a lot of niggas that fit that ESTG bill, Baby Money. There's a lot of niggas that fit that same bill as ESTG, but they will never get on that stage or even get that recognition, or BET wouldn't even nominate them or even, invite them to come perform just because they don't have that machine behind them like those artists have. So I'm not knocking these artists. Yes, they earned it. Yes, and they deserve to be there. So I'm just saying BET don't get no brownie points just because they got those artists there. Yeah. Those artists ain't there because of that, because of BET. It was there because they have a machine behind them that's pushing them to the point where Yo Gotti has a machine behind him as well with Hov in them. Yeah. Like he has a nice rapport in the industry, and we see what Gotti's doing for his artists. Like he's going to bat for his art. He put his artists first. He's he's making sure his artists win. So Gotti is doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's pushing. That's what he's supposed to be doing. What I'm saying is BET has to be doing better, acknowledging the other artists who don't have that machine behind them, or who have them. Like, I don't understand the Young Boy situation, because it seems like he has a machine behind him, but he's also blackballed by the industry at the same time. So it's a little weird with the Young Boy situation. But there's other artists that I also think that need that recognition as well. Who was I just saying? There's one specific artist that had Rod Wave. Yeah. Rod Wave, how many projects he dropped in the past 2 years? Like 2 albums? Yeah. Beautiful Minds, and what was the other one? Soulfly. Yeah. He dropped 2 albums. He ain't getting nothing, no recognition, no. It's like
everybody knows the youth love Rod Wave. Like
it's Rod Wave. So for him not to get nothing, but then y'all have Meek Mill's baby mom at a cypher rapping, who don't rap, who sells clothes. It's like it's weird to me.
It is weird.
And it was like when Meek said clout chase, I'm like, yeah, that is clout chasing. And I feel like y'all are clout chasing with the things y'all were doing.
They really was. It's anything for like whatever's going to go viral and get views.
They knew FNF was going to go viral and get views. That's why they had her perform it as well, because they also knew that what that was going to do, but all in the same sense, also have her not win for biggest record of the year, and that's crazy to me, because man, I love Lotto. You know I love Lotto. Yeah. That's my girl. Her and Yak got a song on her most recent project 777 that I love. Oh man, that's just one of them ones. But baby, Big Energy is what? It's a good song.
It is a good song, but it's for that to be song of the year. It's not even her sound. It's a Mariah Carey sample. FNF and Super Gremlin.
It's original created sound. That's their sounds, like originally they made those anthems.
Yeah.
So, but we gonna move on from that. What surprised you? Anything surprised you?
Yeah. So
favorite performances.
Favorite performance, Joey Badass.
Why? Why Joey? I want to talk about Joey's performance.
Cause the message in this rap, it was more. You know what I mean? It wasn't real, like, you know, rah. It was more. It had.
What was the message?
I forget the first one.
It was more of like, we need to stop.
Yeah.
Take accountability and stop.
Yeah, I know that was the last. I don't know. I forget if he did 2 records or if it was
just one big record.
Yeah, so yeah, it was about taking accountability and stop perpetuating the violence against each other within our communities. And I liked how he had the hoodies with honoring just a few of the late rappers that passed away by gun violence.
And to say just a few, and it was like 10 of them standing on stage. It's crazy.
And if I'm thinking, what I picked up on is he had them numbered in order.
All right, that's what I was wondering, the significance of the numbers on the jerseys. Like I really wasn't quite sure on the numbers, because I don't know if they. What you mean by order? Because it felt like, I don't know.
Well, at the end he said, "This is for,"
and they was walking off.
Yeah, and the first rapper he said I never heard of, and he had number 1, and then I saw like for like Tupac and Biggie, it was like Tupac, Biggie, and Big L was like 7, 8, 9. So I was picking up on like, oh, this must be rappers.
But he ain't put all of them up there.
Yeah, all of them.
So that's why it looked like it was like just random numbers.
Yeah, because we probably don't really know 2 through 6, but they was rappers who got killed by the gun. So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I like Joey's badass performance. I was surprised by Lil TJ's performance. I almost missed it. But I was happy to see him alive and well. Like, it was a blessing to bounce back from that. I didn't know his condition, and just to see him able to perform, I was happy for him. Another thing I liked was the ciphers and
I like Sauce Walker's cipher.
Yeah, Sauce Walker, he killed his. I like, because he was from Compton, he had the Dickie suit on with the Free Thug and Free Gunner.
Yeah.
He snapped on his, and he was talking real life music, like real life situations. Need to tap in and really dive into his music, because I liked it. And he said the famous line, I went from EBT to BET, and he had the real EBT card on him. Like, I was like, yeah, he's real.
He's real.
So I like him. I like that. I'm gonna check him out. And I want to say it was something else that caught me by surprise, but I can't think. What about you, bro?
I would say just overall the performances caught my surprise. Jeezy coming out.
Yeah.
That caught my surprise a lot. And I was happy that they performed that song, because I've been listening to that song. Like, that
song
crazy.
Was the perfect one to perform.
Bro, what? Like I love how G was started off in the chair and he's just going in.
Mm-hmm.
And at first it ain't clicked to me what song it was because he got so many songs that start off like that and he's just spitting.
Yeah.
Like, and they all feel like they got the same like tempo, monotone and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So but I know the words, so I'm rapping along, but I still ain't clicking
yeah.
on what song it was until I get deeper into his bars and I said, I said, hold on, this is okay, hold on. So I'm like, this is the realest. All right, say less. Jeezy came on, and it came out the cut. I said, yup, this is it. I had to stop rapping though, because I was so loud, I really couldn't hear it. I was like, hold on, let me stop. Let me actually listen.
Man, G was shining.
G was shining, jeez.
Yeah, all his drawers.
That was his performance. That was his choreography.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't had no choreography.
Those diamonds was dancing.
Nigga with everything. Them diamonds was dancing, nigga. But the BET Awards overall, I definitely enjoyed. So, even though I do have, and they're not going to get it all the way right, at least they're progressing in the right direction with it. And I feel like this was one of the better BET or hip hop award shows in a while.
Like, it was nice to see the award show back to how it was when we were kids, where it used to be like, yo, the award show really used to be like an event. Like, it would always be everybody in the family gathering around to watch it. And I want to say this, put this on record. One day in the future, I will be at the Hip Hop Awards. And I'm not even saying it like being nominated or anything like that, which that'll be a blessing as well. But I just want to attend. I just want to attend the award show.
Yeah, just be in the room. Me too. Yeah, I agree with you there.